In this problem, capital asset is jewelry. Cost of acquisition is rupees 5 lakhs. Year of purchase is 1995-96. Cost of additions rupees 1 lakh. Year of additions 2001-2. Cost of improvement 39,000. Year of improvement 1999 and 2000. Selling expenses is nil. Sale proceeds or sale amount is 58,41,250. Year of sale is 2018-19. The fair market value of the property in 2001-2 is rupees 7 lakh. Mr. Vilas purchased a residential house for rupees 5 lakh on 15/5/2018. Cost inflation index for 2001-2 is 100 points. 2018-19 is 280 points, from which we can calculate the long-term capital gains as below. First of all, we should consider the sale proceeds, that is full value consideration rupees 58,41,250 less selling expenses. Here selling expenses is nil. The net sale consideration, that is 58,41,000 minus selling expenses 0 equals 58,41,250. Now we have to deduct the cost of additions, cost of acquisitions and cost of improvement from the net sale consideration. In this problem, this asset is purchased on 1995-96 and sold on 2018-19. Hence, the holding period is more than 3 years or 36 months. When a property is sold after 3 years from purchasing date, it is called sale of long-term capital asset. While calculating income or gain from sale of long-term capital assets, the cost of acquisition, cost of improvement and cost of additions are to be indexed and called as indexed cost of acquisition, indexed cost of additions, and indexed cost of improvement. First, let us calculate indexed cost of acquisition. Here, the cost of acquisition is rupees 5 lakh, but in the year 2001-2002, the fair market value of the jewelry is rupees 7 lakh. We have to consider cost of acquisition or fair market value, whichever is higher, that is rupees 7 lakh. Therefore, cost of acquisition is rupees 7 lakh. Year of acquisition becomes 2001-2002, and cost inflation index for 2001-2002 is 100 points. Cost inflation index for 2018-19 is 280 points. Indexed cost of acquisition is calculated with a formula, that is cost of acquisition into cost inflation index for current previous year divided by cost inflation index for year of acquisition, that is 7 lakh into 280 divided by 100 is equal to 19,60,000. Second one, indexed cost of addition. Here, cost of addition is rupees 1 lakh. Year of addition is 2001-2002, and index for 2001-2 is 100 points, and index for 2018-19 is 280 points. Therefore, indexed cost of addition is calculated with a formula, that is cost of addition into cost inflation index for current previous year divided by cost inflation index for the year of additions, that is 1 lakh into 280 divided by 100 is equal to 2,80,000. The third one, indexed cost of improvement. Here, the improvement is made in the year 1999-2000 when any additions or improvements made for a purchased property before 1/4/2001, that is 2001 and 2002, should be ignored. Here improvement is made on 1999-2000, therefore the cost of improvement is ignored. Now the total of indexed cost of acquisition and indexed cost of addition, 19,60,000 plus 2,80,000 equals 22,40,000. Therefore, long-term capital gains 58,41,250 minus 22,40,000 equals 36,01,250 less deductions under section 54. Here the transfer of long-term asset is jewelry and the capital gain is invested in residential house. When capital gain on transfer of asset except residential house, if the amount is invested in residential house, the deduction amount is calculated using the following formula, that is long-term capital gains into amount invested in new house divided by net sale consideration, that is 36,01,250 into 5 lakh divided by 58,41,250. The amount is 3,08,261. So we have got the answer: income from long-term capital gains 36,01,250 minus 3,08,261 equals 32,92,989 rupees.